Future forms. Hi everyone, this is Teacher Mo, so let's go. We care about the future. They are getting married in June. Look at the given example. Are we talking about the present or about the future? In June, you see we are talking about the future. But what is the verb tense here in this example? They are getting present form of the verb to be plus ing form of the verb. What is the verb tense? Very good. Present continuous. You know, we form present continuous with the present form of the verb to be, am, is, are, and ing form of the verb. So I am trying, you are trying, he, she, it is trying, and so on. But as you know, we usually use present continuous verb tense to talk about an action that is in progress at the moment of speaking. However, we can also use present continuous forms to talk about the future. When? Pay attention to the given example. We are flying to New York next week. So what does this mean? We are flying to New York next week. Again, we are talking about the future and we are using the present continuous verb tense. This means that the speaker has already booked their flight and it's a definite plan. So when do we use present continuous to talk about the future? When we have a definite plan or an arrangement. So, present continuous for definite plans or arrangements. We have other examples here. I'm meeting my friend for lunch tomorrow. Again, we are talking about the future and we are using present continuous verb tense. This means that the speaker has already made plans to meet his friend and it's a definite arrangement. Another example. They are getting married in June. This means that the wedding has already been planned and it's a definite event in the future. The last example in this part, we are having a party next Saturday. This means that the speaker has already made plans to host a party on a specific date. So, one more time, when we have a definite plan or an arrangement, we use present continuous form, although we are talking about the future. We have another example. I'm going to travel to Europe next summer. Is this sentence in present continuous verb tense? No. We have another structure. Are we talking about the present or about the future? Very good. We are talking about the future but using another form. I am or I'm going to, present form of the verb to be again, plus going to. So, you see we have be going to. We can also use be going to talk about the future. Later we will talk about it, but now pay attention to this example. It looks like it's going to rain later. You see again we have be going to. In this example, what do you think? Are we talking about a plan or no? This is just a prediction. What's your idea? It's just a prediction. This is not a plan. It looks like it's going to rain later. This is my prediction. So, again, it looks like it's going to rain later, talking about a prediction or expectation of something happening in the future. So, we can use be going to talk about predictions, about the future, especially when we have evidence for it in the present. But let's back to this example again. This one. I'm going to travel to Europe next summer. Is it a prediction or a plan? This was a plan. What does this mean? It means that we can also use be going to talk about plans and intentions. General plans and intentions about the future. So we can use be going to talk about plans and intentions. Also, we can use it to make predictions. Look at this slide now. It says be going to is used when we want to talk about something that we have already decided or planned to do in the future. Or when we want to make a prediction about something that we believe is very likely to happen. Very probable, actually. Other examples. Intention or plan. They are going to buy a new car this year. Prediction. It looks like it's going to rain later. Okay, up to now we said that we can use present continuous to talk about definite plans and arrangements. We use be going to talk about general plans and predictions. Let's continue. I might take a break from work next month and go on vacation. What do you think about this example? Is the speaker sure about this or not? I might take. The speaker is not sure. What's the modal verb that we have in this sentence? The modal is might. Good. So, we use might, may, or could when we are not sure about the future. We are talking about probabilities or possibilities. Look at the other examples that we have here. It may rain later. So don't forget your umbrella. This is just a probability. It may rain later. He might decide to move to another city after he graduates. Again, we are not sure about this decision. The last one, I could try that new restaurant next weekend. This is a possibility in the future. We are not sure about it. So, could. One more time, might, may, or could when we are not sure about the future. Let's continue. I'm sure, in this case, I'm sure he will pass his driving tests on the first try. I'm sure he will pass his driving test on the first try. You see, we have another structure in this sentence. We have another modal verb. What's the modal here? Very good. Sorry. Very good. Will. What is the verb form after the modal will? Base form. Pass. So, will plus base form of the verb. It is also called future simple or the simple future verb tense. When do we use the simple future verb tense? We use will to make a prediction about the future. Look at the examples. I think she will become a successful writer one day. This is just a prediction. I think she will become. It will be a cold winter this year based on the forecast. You see, this is another prediction. I believe the company will continue to grow and expand. Prediction. If we don't start taking action, the problem will only get worse. So this is the first use of will. We use will to make predictions about the future. Let's move on. We also use will for other purposes. Look at the mini conversation that we have here on this slide. Speaker A says, oh, sorry, I dropped all the soup. And speaker B says, don't worry, I'll clean it. I'll. Apostrophe double O. You know it stands for will. So I will clean it. Is it a prediction? I'll clean it? No. This is not a prediction. You know, speaker B is showing his willingness to do so. So we can also use will to show our willingness, or we can also use it to express a decision made at the moment of speaking. Like the case that we have here. Don't worry, I'll clean it. This is just a decision made at the moment of speaking. Okay, so we also use will, or its negative form, which is won't, when we decide to do something at the moment of speaking. We have another example. We have another structure. In a few years, I'll be looking for a job. I'll be looking for a job. Again, you see we have will, but is it the simple future verb tense? No. We have will. What do we have after will? Be. What is the verb form after be? ing form. So it is not a simple future. It is future continuous. The verb is in continuous form. Look at the diagram. We have an action that starts in the future. It also ends in the future, but it is in progress in the future. So, another example. They will be hosting a charity event next month. Again, we have future continuous. Here, will plus be plus ing form of the verb to talk about an action that is in progress in the future. As you can see, this is also a plan. They will be hosting a charity event next month. Isn't it a plan? It is. So, okay. The future continuous. Will plus be plus ing form of the verb for an action in progress at a future time and for plans and intentions. Okay. Let's review what we have said up to now in this video. We said that we can use present continuous verb tense for plans or arrangements, actually for definite plans and arrangements. I'm meeting my friends tomorrow at 6 p.m. This is a scheduled meeting. This is a definite plan. We have already arranged this. So you see we are using present continuous. We also talked about be going to. We said that we can use it for general future plans and intentions. Also for predictions about the future, especially when we have evidence for it. I'm going to make a film about college life. This is just a general plan. It's going to be a big surprise for them, and this is just my prediction. Might, may, or could, when, we are not sure about the future. I might start my own business one day. Will, for predictions about the future and decisions made at the moment of speaking. It will be a big surprise for them. Again, you see this is just a prediction that looks difficult. I'll help you with it. Decision made at the moment of speaking. Or actually we use it to show our willingness to do something. And the last part that we just discussed actually, will plus be plus ing form of the verb, which is also called the future continuous, for an action in progress at a future time. Also for plans and intentions. In a few years, I'll be looking for a job. Okay. Let's continue today's video. Look at the given example on this slide. We have had 3 sessions so far. What is the verb tense here? We have had subject plus have plus past participle form of the verb. You see, this is the structure of the present perfect verb tense. Subject plus have or has or have, depending on the subject, plus past participle form of the verb. So this is a sentence in the present perfect verb tense. But now pay attention to the second example that we have here. We will have had 48 sessions by the end of the semester. Will plus have plus past participle form of the verb. What is the verb tense? What is your guess? Make a smart guess. Look at the previous one again. We have had. Have plus past participle form of the verb, present perfect. Will plus have plus past participle form of the verb is the structure of the verb tense, which is called the future perfect. Very good. So here we have the future perfect. We will have had 48 sessions by the end of the semester. But when do we use the future perfect verb tense? For actions that will be completed by a point in the future, by the end of the semester. We have a completed action. We will have had 48 sessions by this specific time in the future, by the end of the semester. Put the words in the correct order. By next weekend, which is a specific point in time in the future. We want to talk about a completed action by this time. So it means that we need the future perfect verb tense. So help me. By next weekend, of course, we need a subject, so I. By next weekend, I plus will plus have. I will have. Past participle form of the verb, so finished. I will have finished my report. You see, we are talking about a completed action by a specific point in time in the future. So, future perfect. Let's continue. Pay attention to these two examples that we have here on this slide. Robots will undoubtedly become part of everyday life. They probably won't gain a lot of support among labor unions. You see, in these two sentences, we have adverbs. So, what are the adverbs in these two sentences? What is the adverb in the first one? Good. How about the second one? Very good. They will undoubtedly. You see, this is an adverb. They probably. It is also an adverb. It's also important to talk about the position of adverbs in future forms. Look at the first sentence. Is it an affirmative sentence or a negative sentence? They will undoubtedly become part of everyday life. Yes, it is an affirmative sentence. So, where do we use the adverb? After will or before will? After will. How about the second sentence? Is it an affirmative sentence or a negative sentence? Good, this is a negative sentence. Won't. Negative form of will not. So, when we have won't, when do we use the adverb? Before won't or after won't? Great. You see, we use it before won't. So everyone, thanks for watching this video. Let's finish it with a question. What ordinary tasks or common devices today will have been replaced by AI, artificial intelligence, by the year 2050? Let me know your ideas in the comments below. Bye-bye.